All right. Hi, I'm Elizabeth, and I have been coming to Cutting Edge for 5+ years now. I initially came to Cutting Edge really for a major health crisis. I have a sister-in-law who does the same type of training in Chicago. She's the trainer, and she was practically on her deathbed ill with a virus. And the doctor came out of a surgery saying that the only reason she's alive is her muscle content. She had been kind of bugging me for about a year that I should be doing this kind of training. So she was in her hospital bed. I said, okay, I'll go do it. I'll go do it. But that really was a huge wake-up call for me. Even though I've always been fairly fit and doing lots of outdoor activities, I'd never had true muscle definition and strength. Not that I wanted to be a big bodybuilder, but it amazes me that in the 5 years, how much healthier and different I feel, which I attribute really to the strength that I've built through the weightlifting protocol here at Cutting Edge. So throughout the 5 years of training here, I have also tried to sign up for or commit to pretty big physical commitments. I've done a couple half marathons. I've done some significant backcountry hiking. Last year I did a half marathon, which the 2 previous times I had done it, I could only walk and then run. And last March when I did it, I ran without stopping the first 8 miles. So that was a huge victory for me because I hadn't really done any significant running in probably 5 or 6 years. So even though I don't necessarily run on a regular basis, I also feel like the strength training and the intensity of it, which really gets your cardio up even in the 30 minutes, still gives me amazing strength to do long-term sort of cardio stuff on the weekends. I'm not a big gym person. You'd never catch me walking for an hour on a treadmill unless it was the last thing on earth. I'd rather be outside doing stuff. I do a lot of skiing. I do a lot of snowshoeing. 2 years ago, I actually learned to snowboard, and again, you hear horror stories of people learning to snowboard that they were just dying, they were so sore, their core was killing them, they could barely move their stomach. The first day I snowboarded, I took a lesson, and I only fell 3 times, and I felt great the next day. I did not have any of the core soreness because I have such great balance from this, and I just had a lot more comfort level in righting myself when I was potentially going to fall. So I find that sticking with this just even a couple of days a week, because I typically only train 2 days a week. I travel a lot for work, so sometimes it's only 1 day a week. But even that amount of time really has just given me amazing ability to learn new things physically, to take on new challenges physically. And Anne-Marie has always been great in helping me look at whatever that next commitment is and then tailoring the program to that. So prior to the half marathon, we probably did a lot more really cardio. My all-time favorite, jumping jacks, which I hated when I was in grade school. I still hate them, but doing some of those kinds of things. So it was a great way to tailor whatever my next challenge is. Anne-Marie does a great job of mixing up the workout to help me meet those goals. Right now I'm actually in the process of getting ready to do a really probably the most challenging physical thing I've ever done in my life, which is a hike of part of the Colorado Trail, Section 6, which will entail about 15 to 17 miles a day of backcountry hiking. I have 2 great bonuses here. In the last 2 years, in addition to sort of the weight training, Anne-Marie has really helped me focus on my food and diet and nutrition. And so I have been able to shed quite a bit of weight. And so I'll be going into that hike about 50 pounds lighter than I have done previous hikes. So not only do I have the strength behind me, but then the nutritional support that she has given me from just checking in on a Thursday afternoon at 3 o'clock when she knows my normal pattern would be to go get a bag of M&Ms to say, hey, can you choose something else? Grab an apple, do something different, take a walk around the parking lot. So definitely feel like Many people spend hours in a gym and really don't yield results. I think that this protocol is just phenomenal in its efficiency in keeping you engaged, because it can be tailored to whatever you've got going on in your life or whatever you're trying to achieve.